So why don't you start by telling us something about yourself, a little background about you and what do you do?
My name is Cherish Mundhra. I am from Jodhpur. I did my schooling from Jodhpur till 12th grade. And then I was a science bio student, so went and gave NEET, didn't qualify for the same. And therefore, I thought I was always interested in the biology, so I thought the next best alternative would be psychology in India. So I then went for psychology and then took admission in Flame University, where I'm pursuing BA in psychology. Currently, I'm done with my second year and yet to start my third year. I think this August will probably start. And that is pretty much about me, I think, in terms of academic.
How did you develop your interest in psychology?
So basically, when I was preparing for my medical, specifically NEET, a mutual friend of mine, as in my mother's friend, she was a doctor. So I had a chance to be in her ward and observe her. She was a gynecologist and an obstetrician. I had a chance to be with her and observe her patient conversation, etc., etc. And I had plenty of being a part of Rotaract Club. Also, I had an opportunity to visit villages and then tell them, brief them about menstruation cycle and all the stigma around it. So that's when the whole concept of how individuals are different and how psychology can be utilized in every aspect of life. That includes all kinds of
Right.
branches of life, basically.
How was your experience with the Future CEOs program?
I think I remember last year during July, August itself, I started Future CEOs program. I came across that through I think LinkedIn or Instagram page, and then I contacted my Flame University students who were alum at Talerang.
Right.
So basically, the whole idea was that there's one thing that really excited me about this program is you get guaranteed internships for lifetime. I mean, that's the best leverage anybody can get. So I thought might as well just utilize it, and then went through it. And I really enjoy how the programs are like very extensively focusing on everything. So it's not just random online lecture that is there. It's just they're very particular about you submitting a work and based on which you'll get an internship. So there's always a student perspective that is there, and then you have case studies to discuss, and then you have skill set that you need to discuss. So few skill sets are very common that everybody knows, but I think a few of them are very unique which we're not knowing, like color hack psychology, and we discussed Starbucks case study, and it was very enriching experience for me. And then I met a lot of other students who are just doing other programs, and that is a networking part that also helped.
Can you talk about your internship experience?
So from Talerang, as of yet, I've had 2 internship experience. One was in Cuemath, that was for written communication field, where it was a paid internship, which is again a temptation somewhere. So that internship basically was when I don't recall I think last year itself was it. So the job was basically the job profile entailed that I was supposed to write newsletters in collaboration between the company and the government, and several newsletters specific to the audience, that was students, employees, and teachers. So that was what I did. For the second internship, which I am doing right now, is Trio. That's a psychology-based internship where I'm doing research work with the founder of the organization. I'm doing research on a disorder called ADHD, that is Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. Both the internships are through Talerang, and I think the best part about Talerang's Future CEOs program is that there's a lot of networking that can take place. So Talerang itself has a lot of networks, so they connect very well. So if in case you're not able to go through one interview, yet that person who interviewed you is somewhere down the line linked to you now, to your LinkedIn, to your Instagram. And then down the line, I think the same networks can be utilized. So that is the whole internship experience.
So is there any fond memory that you remember from the Future CEOs program?
I think there were a lot of case discussions that happened, and then there were times where I think the students have to present something, homework discussion or some assignment discussion that was there. I think those discussions were really fruitful for me, and those those interactions with all my other peers during that tenure of that program, that was when the networking most of it happened. So as of yet also, as of today, I mean, all of the alums that were there with me that time are still connected with me through WhatsApp and through phone calls. So it's just, I
Wow,
think
that's
that's
so
the best part.
wonderful.
Yeah, that's the best part I got out of Talerang, I think.
What is that one key takeaway from the Future CEOs program?
I think I really enjoy listening to and reading about Shweta ma'am. She is the founder of Talerang. And I think the key takeaway would be her. She is an inspiration at some level, like a female pursuing and inspiring at a lot of aspect. And when you read about her, and then there are a lot of articles about her, I aspire to reach that level. Well, there'll be a lot of articles about me, and then students will be fond to talk to me, and it's a very
Right.
respect. It's a lot of respect that I have for her when she calls and then she asks you how was your internship. It's a very personal connect that she has with, I think, every student.
True.
I think, yeah. So I think that's the key takeaway for me from the program.
Lastly, is there any advice that you'd like to give to students who are just starting off with college?
I think the best will be join Talerang. It's a guaranteed internship thing. It works. It's not just something that they are propaganda about. It's not their propaganda. It's actually there. And they actually give you internships in the areas that you are interested in. If it's not in their written communication, as in if it's not in the skills that they provide, through their network, they'll make you connect with somebody who is into that work. So, for example, the research that I am doing today, it's not one of the skills that Talerang offers. But due to the Talerang's network, I was able to connect with the doctor, and that is how I landed this internship. So, I think that's the best advice that could, as of yet, I could possibly give, because it's really difficult to find good internships with a good paid amount.
True.
And Talerang offers that. It's a guarantee thing and it's a lifelong thing.